allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moment of prayer, please. Thank you.
Alderman Wadawa.
Here.
Alderwoman Calderon.
Here.
Alderman Brickner.
Here.
Alderman Fire.
Here.
Alderman Damon.
Here.
Alderwoman Fliss.
Here.
Mayor Tutai.
Here.
The meeting has been properly posted and noticed, and there are no public hearings and no presentations.
There is no telephonic meeting. Public hearings, none.
Mayor, I'll make,
Hang on. Presentations, none. Citizens' comments.
none.
Famous Ricky G.
Citizen of the youth.
Yes.
Half of it.
And it only took him 71 years, but he got it.
Rick Urbanowicz, 4242 South Nicholson Avenue.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
4242 South Nicholson Avenue, next
Next to the library?
to our library. Yes, thank you. I just want to congratulate the Celebrations Committee for the excellent job that they did this Saturday for the Christmas parade. It was outstanding. So Debbie, I know you, Melinda, you guys worked your butt off. I really know. And Kim, Brian, Melissa, you did a great job. You really did. That's the first thing. The second thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is, I always wonder every year I go out there and I do a St. Francis Live, right? Does anybody watch them up here, Debbie? Yeah? Don, I know you're not into computers yet, so that's okay.
Well, he's still on his tablet.
Thank you. I always wonder, am I just making a fool out of myself or am I doing something good? I started doing this because of the seniors that couldn't get out there. Anybody that was sick, Don, you were sick. And, I guess I remember 2 or 3 years ago when Al Richards sent me a text when he was in Texas. And he said, Rick, thanks. That was great. So I remember that. Mike McSweeney will always text me. So I know I'm doing something good by doing that.
Can I cut in for a second?
Yeah,
You have 8 comments, but 100 likes.
yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
And I'm not, that's fine. But this year I did something different and I took 7 different videos. Before the parade, during the parade, the lineup, and at the Winter Wonderland. So I just want to give you how many views there were, because it proves my point that people like it. I took 7, and the top 4, should be like a little sitcom. Number 4 was K9 Bain interview with Holly. They received 244 views. Number 3, the video of the parade, which I took from outside, 272 videos, or likes and videos. The number 2 was the St. Francis Choir that sang after the lighting of the tree. They got 300 views. And the grand champion that got the most views, which kind of tells you how many people looked at the videos, was the interview with Kim and Dominic, the food reviewer. This kid's got so much energy. I took an interview with them before they were lining up to proceed, and then I took one with him and Kim at the end. That kid's terrific. He really is. And I follow him a little bit, but I didn't know him until I took the video with him talking. A lot of energy. He's a senior at St. Francis High. He's graduating this year.
Carol Maudie is his grandmother.
Right. And then along with that, it was a video of the inside of the Winter Wonderland with Santa. That got over 508 views. That's, and I know that all the other ones probably didn't watch everything, but 508 people. So I guess I know I'm doing something right by doing that, but it's great to know that people like our Christmas parade. They like what we do to the fire department, and it was just a great time. So I want to thank again the Celebration Committee and for the Common Council for allowing it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Moving on, consent agenda. Is there any alderperson who would like anything removed from the consent agenda?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as listed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Recommendation of action from committees, commissions, and boards. Action to be taken from the License Committee meeting held December 6th, 2022. Don?
Mayor, the action from this evening's meeting is we're looking for a renewal beverage operator's license for Vicky Warpshaw.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
And the new beverage operator's license is placed back on. She has one more time to come, and that's all I had from licensing.
Thank you, Don. Resolutions and ordinances. None. Discussion items with possible action. 2023 DNR forestry grant. Melinda?
The city, you may recall, the city passed a resolution a couple months ago authorizing the application for a tree grant so that we could update our inventory. We were successful in obtaining that grant. It's a 50-50 grant, so there'll be $20,000 from the city side and $20,000 from the DNR side. So it's been a number of years since we had a grant, so this is a great thing. And I would just request permission to sign the grant award and accept the grant.
Also move.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great work. Appointments to committees, commissions, and boards. None. Correspondence with possible action or referral to committees, commissions, and boards. Display request from the library. Amy? Wherever you feel comfortable. Wherever you feel comfortable.
Well, obviously, we're no longer across the street from the police department and city hall and fire. So it's a little bit harder for people who are new to the city or who haven't been to the library for a while, sometimes to be aware of the library's presence. And since the pandemic, getting people back into the building is a priority for us. So we're really pushing to market the library to the community, and we would like to purchase a display stand and have it here at City Hall so that we can promote the library and some of the programs and resources that we host there. It would be maintained by staff, and it's easily movable so that if you need to move it for elections or whatever, it could be moved to a different location or just put in storage for a day or so. And then when it was no longer needed here or wasn't being effective anymore, we could move it back to the library or put it somewhere else.
Mayor, I'll motion to approve this request as proposed this evening.
Second.
Second.
Before I ask for a vote, Amy, I'm very impressed. We're partnership like we always have, but doing more. Thank you very, very much for doing this. And there's going to be no further discussion. All in favor?
Sean, at the library meeting, did they discuss what type of
Yes, there's
that it
two
was going to have?
options.
And everybody approved it? I mean, we're all good?
Yep, we did approve it at our last board meeting.
Okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you.
Don, I think to just further, there was a little bit of, there were two options so they could work it out with the city, which would be the best of the two as well.
Okay. Moving on, unfinished business, none. Other business, none. Department heads.
None.
Nope, I'm actually, because I should get her out of here early, Amy's going to go first, if you have anything.
I do, sadly, I'd like to share the news that Barb Sue was the original children's librarian at the St. Francis Public Library Custody. She was 96. She worked at the library until she was well into her 80s. So, yeah,
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, that's history. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So, that's all I have to say.
Okay. Thank you, Amy. Melinda?
Thank you, Mayor. I was at the Christmas celebration this weekend, and it was very well attended. We ran out of hot chocolate, we ran out of cider, we ran out of cookies. It was just an excellent event, and please don't let Mr. Grabanowicz undersell his importance and his contribution. He was a very big asset to do some running for.
Wasn't he there like at 8 a.m. in the morning?
He was there very early in the morning with the rest of us, and he was our runner for the day, running out and getting whatever needed at the store for us, helping with all kinds of things. And I think he has a great second career as an influencer on Facebook. So thank you very much, Rick. I know everybody appreciates what you do and being Citizen of the Year. So you and Mary, totally well deserved. And with that, I'll just pass.
Thank you. Chief?
I want to bring up a picture from Holly that she sent me of a foam casting for Bain. She's going to detail it a little bit more before it's going to the foundry, but this is basically the final rendering of the foam casting, including the size. So I'll pass it to Debbie and she can pass it down.
Alexa, hang on.
So she's still working with that, and she's doing well. And then our officers, if you have not, but they've been doing a patrol mission. We have a directed patrol mission at all the retail stores, Whitnall Square, even Packard Avenue,
It was grouchy.
Lake Drive. So it started the week before Thanksgiving, and it'll end on the New Year, and that's obviously to prevent crime. So they'll be walking through every day. I know in the past some of you have asked, why don't we continue to do this throughout the year? They do it throughout the year, but not as heavily. They're required to do it at least once a shift per officer. So we have reduced crime, and their presence alone just basically deters individuals from going into a store and us having retail thefts. I do not recall one retail theft in the last 3 weeks, so appreciate you putting my
gremlin.
phone back to me.
A picture of Bain?
Huh? Could be. I bet you it is.
Nope.
Is that a picture of Bain?
No.
Oh,
Oh, that's a checklist for something else. Nope.
okay. And then we have, obviously we have an officer opening. We had 4 officer interviews, 3 yesterday, and then 1 this morning. The next step, I'll be speaking with the PFC tomorrow. It's already been approved as far as the process goes. And the next step will be a chief's interview. And then hopefully after the chief's interview, we'll begin with the background and come out with a candidate. So, and with that, I pass.
Thank you, Chief. And stop printing.
Uh-huh. All the other department heads are doing fun things. I'm calculating taxes.
Ouch.
I'm hoping to have them to the printer no later than Thursday, so they should be out in the mail probably Friday or Saturday. We will be accepting payments at the banks in the city again, and we will also have the drop box in the hallway or the entryway to the police department. Anything that is in there by when we return to work on January 2nd? Third. That Tuesday, we will mark back through December 31st because we are closed for the holiday for both Christmas and New Year's on Friday and Monday. And with that, I pass. Oh, wait, stop. I almost forgot. There's a monumental event happening in the city, and I think that we should take the opportunity to celebrate it because somebody is entering his last year of the 50s decade tomorrow. I don't know who that might be.
Name start with an M by any chance?
It could.
Thanks, Sam.
You're welcome.
So it's Mike?
Yeah, yeah.
And with that, you passed?
I'm passing now because I'm gonna get yelled at later, so.
You're just pointing out that he's older than you.
No, I'm older than he is by 6 months. He reminds me of it on a regular basis. But there's no respecting your elders, that's all I have to say.
And on that, Paul?
You know, on my calendar for tomorrow is celebrating or remembering Pearl Harbor Day, my daughter's anniversary, and Mark Johnson's birthday. So since he's here, I wish him a happy birthday and many happy
I know.
returns. With that, I pass.
Thank you. And I'm not gonna say Mark, I'll say birthday boy.
Thank you, Mayor. I think Melinda maybe forgot to mention that we are going to be doing interviews for the applicants that have submitted applications for the custodian position here at the Civic Center. So our hope is to interview those candidates or those applications and hopefully have someone in place before Fred leaves. Fred is scheduled to leave. His last day, I think, is scheduled to be January 10th. And so our goal is to try and get someone in here so that there is some overlap and there is some understanding of what Fred has done for the city as custodian. So, and that's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you. Matt?
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Just want to, again, congratulate everybody for a wonderful Christmas parade. It really was a great event, and happy that it went so well. Melinda, great job with getting the grant. You know, I think everybody, it's often said just how kind of diligent to the, budget everybody is, and, making sure that we're working hard to, use the taxpayer money in the most appropriate and efficient way. So thank you for that. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Matt. Steve?
I'll pass her.
Thank you. Don?
I just want to say we had the misfortune of using the weekend buzzer at the police department, but I'm happy to say that system works well. And the incident, I don't know, neighborhood lady that I didn't even recognize. So that's all I got.
Thank you, Don.
Always a good response and good partnerships with the city, always. That's all I got.
Thank you. I'm gonna change it up. Sean?
I second Matt's statement, and as I said during the meeting, I appreciate the grants. Grants are always amazing. It helps you stretch your budget. All of you as department heads at the library, police, fire, all of you are, in the city, are very good about obtaining these grants. Appreciate that. St. Francis Christmas Parade was fun. The route was a little sparse this year. I think it was a little cold, windy. It was sunny, but it was cold. But when we got here at City Hall, there were a lot of people. It was a nice event, and there's a lot of work in not just the setup, but the takedown. And the way that bay looks at the end of the night is quite impressive. And kudos to all that were involved with that. That I'll pass.
Thank you. Sarah?
I kind of want to echo comments of the others. Melinda, thank you for your grant writing skills and getting us some assistance with the tree program. That's pretty cool. Amy, thank you for the library contribution. I think that will be great in the Civic Center here, and I look forward to seeing what more the library can do. We actually have a very, very nice library here in St. Francis, and thank you and your staff for everything that you all do. Thanks everybody for what you've all done for the Christmas parade, the celebrations committee, all the department heads and all the volunteers and everybody who did everything that they did to pull together such a wonderful event. I'm sorry I didn't make it. Everybody stay healthy, that's all I have to say. It was a pretty rotten weekend.
Thank you. Debbie?
Yeah, Amy, I do think that's going to be great having that literature here. I think that'll be helpful for some people that come in and don't realize all the extra things that are offered at the library. I always get my flyer and use it, so I think that's a great idea. Of course, Melinda, I always thank for the grants. Both Ricks, because Rick, for all you did when I asked you to help on Saturday, you were wonderful. And Rick, for coming in and helping us clean up at the end. Thanks again. And then I want to thank all the people that participated in the parade and all the departments. We were very lucky that all the departments helped so much. Everybody that participated, all the residents that came, and especially we did have a great fire department crew. The squad that day really pitched in and helped us in the beginning, pitched in all day, emptied garbages. We were overwhelmed because we had more people than we could actually take care of, and they pitched in the entire day, helped clean up, and so I am very grateful for that because it was a long day. And with that, I pass.
Mayor, could I have one brief moment for an addition?
Absolutely not.
I just
Kidding,
want to
kidding.
take a moment to say, Amy, I'm very sorry to hear about Barb. When my kids were young, social media wasn't there. Barb was there. Kids loved interacting with her. She's a very sweet woman. She will be missed.
And then I'm going to piggyback on some of that. Amy, I really appreciate you partnership with us to have this here. I think it's just the start of things that are going to be very great between the separate powers, but still being in the same city. That is awesome, and I'm very appreciative of that. Melinda, here at 7 o'clock on Saturday, you had a 12-plus hour day. Your DPW did great. I can't say how much I appreciate that. Chief, your guys did awesome. First responders and DPW are always the first ones everyone sees in this city. And you, I wish Nick was here too, Chief Poplar. Outstanding for what all three of your departments do for this city. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And if I didn't have 40 to 50 people tell me that on Saturday, I would not be honestly saying this to you. You guys are outstanding. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Ricky G, thank you for your help. Richard, thank you for always being there. You're always a ray of sunshine. Love it. Love it. And then on one final note, I will say with all the department heads for this year, I appreciate what you do for this city. Everyone goes above and beyond. No one's perfect, including myself. But what every single one of these ladies and men do on a day-to-day basis amazes me. Truly amazes me. I came from the civil service and military, and to see the interaction, the work, the overachievement that happens with the department heads and their employees has always simply amazed me for the last 6 years, and I'm very grateful for all of you. And with that, Mayor's report.
Motion to
To
adjourn.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. We are